So, we've just unlocked jelly pads. I don't have a milestone. Select a milestone. All of the milestones are now selected, and these ones say complete space elevator phase 1. So in our special menu, we have this building called the space elevator. So I'm going to add it to my to-do list because I need to go and get all those things. So I do have some concrete here. So I've got enough concrete now. I need more rods and more plate. And wire I've got on me, which is good. Now, from experience, the space elevator is a big building. It actually requires a 7x7 foundation pad. I'm going to actually put a lookout tower down to help me locate where I want to place it. Some of the bigger buildings in the game, the lookout tower is very helpful for doing that. So you can see I've put concrete down here ready to go. So we just go to our space elevator, and you can see what I mean, how it's quite big. Now the elevator has inputs, you can see there, for automatically feeding it, and with that in mind, and using the scenery, I might put the elevator there. There we go, and you watch it build. Boom, 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 boom. And then you see this thing coming down. There we have it. We have the space elevator. What does it do? There's a control panel here that you can go up to. And it says here, I need 50 smart plate. And the thing about smart plate is, you think, you beauty. Ha! I'm just going to go manually craft 50 smart plate. How long will that take? You go in here and you look through the menu and you go, what the hell? I can't find smart plate. That's because the space elevator parts, guess what, can only be constructed inside a machine. So smart plating requires one reinforced plate and one rotor. So to make 50, I need 50 rotors and 50 reinforced plate. So why don't we do this? We're going to set up the same manual automation we done previously. Just copying this setup I've done before. That one to there, and I want this one to there. So I want to put, let's go grab some reinforced iron plate. This is the opposite to having to go make it, is having to go collect it, which, my God, I love doing that. Even though it's over here, it's irrelevant. Look at that. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 555 reinforced iron plate made or waiting for me. I'm going to take all these rods as well because I need them back here. Does it sound like I ever continually reinforce the automation part of this game. It's because that's how important it is. And while I've got these rods, well, let's start off with, so I needed 50 reinforced plate. Before I do that, I needed to, I believe this one needed rods. Yeah, it's missing rods, so let's just top it up with rods, but I want to keep some for myself. Don't be greedy. So in here, I want 50 reinforced plate, and I need 50 rotors. Guess what? Remember I made rotors and I didn't have a need to make rotors? Now that I have rotors, I can just pump them in here and boom boom, 50. And we're done. And the final part is, instead of putting a storage bin, why don't we just run a conveyor belt all the way there? Depends how OCD you are, depends on how much you want to do this. Oops, couldn't stand there, so maybe... So it's funny, with the space elevator, you can't put the poles down in its area because it encroaches, but you can clip it to it. And once I give this building power, it's creating, actually, you know what? I didn't need to do that. I needed that one to power it. And we have automated smart plating. So that will happen in, I think I tripped the power circuit. I think I consumed too much power then. Let's have a look here. Yep, we actually exceeded power. So let's just build another biomass burner here. We have biomass here, and actually I do remember as well, I believe I had enough there, so it was simply I've exceeded the limits of our biomass burners, our power network. So now we've done that, there's that extra power, so obviously it makes sense at this point in time to add another one while we're here. You can see some of the power cables I've run over have been used. So this was going over to here somewhere, I don't know. Oh, that to that machine there. There we go. Okay. So now we go back over here. We've got more power again. There's our smart plating heading off. It's happening. Now you might go, oh my god, it takes 2 per minute, so it's going to be 25 minutes before I could do that. If you wanted to, you could build 3 more of these and just do it. Or you could overclock it as well. That will take more power. But for instance, I had here a spare power shard that I used, so I could speed it up a little bit by putting a shard in here and over. Now when you do this, it's not until the current production process occurs before the overclocking takes effect. So you'll see now it's producing quicker. It's now making 3 per minute.